Good morning, DC. I'm Hannah Boyle, and this is Found Friends from WRGW. Today I have the honor of being here with Doni Blair, legendary bassist of the Toadies. How are you, Mr. Blair?
I'm doing awesome. We're doing great.
All right, let's jump right into this then. So, what inspired you to go into music?
Um, my dad was a disc jockey, and he just played my brother Zach and I every record you could think of. He turned us on to Led Zeppelin. He turned us on to The Who. I remember hearing Stairway to Heaven. I think as a baby, that's one of my first memories is hearing Stairway to Heaven. And we got older and just started hearing all this great music that he would bring home, you know, and he would brought home the first Van Halen record from the studio, or ZZ Top's De Guayo, or Robin Trower, all kinds of great stuff. And so we were surrounded by just amazing music by him and my mom, and just turned into one of those things that I just wanted to do. Some kids go to baseball, some kids are surrounded by football. I was surrounded by music. So it just kind of made sense. It was that or be a ninja. So, I had a better option of being a bass player. Maybe. We'll see.
How did the Toadies form as a band? Did you know each other before? How did you meet them?
I met them actually. They had been together a few years, and they were opening up for Rollins band in 91 or 92. And just became a huge fan immediately. My brother and I both did. Traveled all over Dallas, Fort Worth to see them. Then we started our own band and we started playing with them. And then after a while, finally found out about the audition, and just kind of couldn't believe my luck. So I went for it, and that was 2008. So I think I got the gig. I don't know. They've never told me yet. So every day I hope they'll tell me. I just keep my fingers crossed. So it hasn't happened yet today. So I'll start over tomorrow.
You're still open. Let's go into your new album, Damn You All to Hell. So how does this album differ from your previous ones?
This was just a kind of just songs that we had from the last record. And there's another song from No Deliverance. And it's not like any of these songs are cast-offs. These are songs that we love, that we worked on hard. It's just they didn't fit into the frame of the album at that point, And we always do that. We always make extra songs for that very reason. We don't want to have just 12 songs. We want to have basically 15, 16 or 15 songs so we can work on it, So it's and like that for this very reason, So that's it's kind of just always our scope, to work on stuff. And like this was just things that we really liked a lot. And we like Damn You All to Hell, especially with what's going on these days. It's kind of us saying damn you all to hell. We're not exactly stoked,
Okay, what can you tell me about the songwriting process? Do you prefer to write the music before the lyrics, or is it simultaneous?
That is a Vaden question. I mean, I came up with Damn You All to Hell, and since it's an instrumental, and then Vaden finished it. The other songs are, if it's got lyrics, it's him. And then again, some of the songs will be like just cool riffs that we come up with, especially like on the last one. There was a few songs where I had some riffs, and Clark as well, and we'll present them to Vaden, and he gets a look in his eye like, oh, that's cool. And then he takes it back and then makes it way cooler, So, and it's kind of just whatever strikes him, And I never really ask like what that means, because I'm always going to get, what do you think it means? And it's cool. Like, so there's never really a definition of what this means. It's like, no, you figure it out. So it's kind of just what he's inspired by,
So when you're like working on a song, how do you expect it to resonate with the listener? Do you want them to connect emotionally to how you feel when you're playing the song?
Um, it's a good question. I don't know. No, I want them to connect however they feel. Like some people hear different emotions when they hear our stuff. Some of them feel joy. Some of them feel anxiety. You know, some of them feel energy from the tempos of the song, or they clue into the anger of the song or the rage of it or whatever it is. And it's kind of, as long as they're feeling something, that's all that matters, you know. As long as they're not just sitting there and being dead, like, oh, it's okay. I'd rather them hate it unequivocally or love it and have a good emotion. If they're having an emotion, that's all that we ask, you know, something to move them, whether it's hate or love. It kind of doesn't matter, you know, that moves someone. That's what good music and art does, moves them one way or another.
I was lucky. I grew up on the Toadies. My parents were always huge fans. I can remember like getting ready
Awesome.
for I remember like getting ready for my first date with my mom, and she was like playing with the background. So now I never hear like Tyler, and despite it being like this creepy, angry song, I always think back to like, oh yeah, hang out with my mom.
Good. Awesome. It is there are some of them that are creepy. They have different tones behind them, but some other people read something else into it, you know, which is weird.
All right, so for our listeners who don't know, the Toadies are currently on tour with the Rubberneck Tour 2022, and I believe it's to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Rubberneck album.
Yeah. Yes.
So, how has the tour been so far?
Amazing. Every other night has been sold out. Last night was sold out in Indianapolis. Chicago was sold out. Gosh, Kansas City and St. Louis and Seattle and Denver. It's, if they aren't sold out, then they're within a millimeter of selling out. You know, tonight I think we're in. You know, I know we're in Detroit, but I'm saying I think tonight is sold out as well. So it's just really good feeling to go into these towns that we haven't been into in 5 years, and we're selling them out. And we're playing new songs as well. We're working on a new record.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're very excited, and we're playing the new songs. And usually, you just get a bored, vapid look from people, but we're getting excitement, we're getting people going, "Oh, that's really cool. This sounds great. We love it. Keep going in that direction," you know. And the writing process has been fun and amazing, and we're playing better than ever. So it's just been, so far it's been kind of like about the best tour ever, you know.
So I imagine that being the Toadies, you've seen your fair share of tours. What's been your favorite touring experience so far? What's your favorite city to travel to?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna go and say New York. I love playing. We love playing Chicago as well, and I love New York. But I would have to say this tour has been my favorite easily, just because of the, like I just said, the crowds have been amazing. The shows have been amazing. We're playing, you know, I think every year we get better. And this year we're playing even better than we normally do. And everything, it's just been a great feeling above all. So I think hands down, this is my favorite tour so far.
Do you have any crazy touring stories you can share with the audience?
You said we can't go blue, so no.
I think you did it first. Still a college radio station. Um,
Exactly. I do have a lot of crazy stories, but we can't go blue. So then no, you know.
all right, that is fair. So going back to new album, what's your favorite song been so far on this? Like this newest album, Damn You to All
Oh,
Hell.
oh gosh. It's a good question. Well, I would say the instrumental, Damn You All to Hell, but I love Deep Water. I love playing that song, you know. It's just a neat song, and it's not something that we normally did. Although we did do Heretics, so it would fit perfectly on that. But just playing that song was a lot of fun, and just hearing Baden write it, and then just kind of getting in and doing it. I think we went in and made and did that song probably within 2 takes, and it was done. It was just kind of in and out. We had fun. Like, wow, that's cool. Let's keep doing that. You know.
So what's been your favorite song, like overall, every album to play?
Oh gosh. there's so many. There's unattractive sweetness. There is Tyler is another great one to play every night. Just to see the look on people's faces the minute we start playing it, it's just a neat feeling. You go into that and then just to see a great reaction, and it never fails to put me in a good mood to see that, to give that to people that they're really that excited. It's just it's a neat feeling to see.
Are there any like musicians from the past that have inspired your work in the Toadies?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Are there any musicians from the past that have inspired your work in the Toadies?
Oh gosh, that's a huge list. Yes. Gosh, that's another great question. Obviously, I mean, ZZ Top, AC/DC, and Pixies, and Jesus Lizards, and God, it's just really a long list. Oh, it'll take up the entire show. It'll be 8 hours later, and I'll still be going.
So besides musicians and other music, what has inspired you when you're writing music for these songs? Is it a person? Is a song better if it's based off something that really happened to you?
I think so. I can kind of put my own instances and inform the performance of the song with my own experiences and things that I think of. And it's just, I mean, it could be anything from a movie to a quick record that I just listened to, or a book, or just something that happened. Some of the new songs, just daily experiences. It might change from day to day, interactions with people, interactions with fans, and talking to people about stuff like, oh, and that makes me play a different way. It's hard to put into words, but it's just more of that why we go tour, why we go out and meet people, because it informs things. And it's one reason why we're working on new stuff now and playing it while we're on the road, is because it helps us, kind of think of things, and we're able to see the reactions of, all right, well, that part didn't work, or that song totally worked. They loved that, so I think just seeing everyone's reactions to that makes it all the better, and it gives us a good idea of how to proceed.
All right, great. Well, I believe that is all the time we have for this segment of the
Awesome.
radio show. Thank you so much again for coming in, and
Thank you for having me.
good luck with the rest of your tour.
Awesome. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
All right, have a nice day.
Hey, we're going to see you in Maryland? Are you coming to the Silver Spring show? Because you're in DC, right?